He will meet us on the beach. It says Jesus got into one of the boats, the one belonging to Simon, and asked him to put out a little bit from the shore. Then he sat down and taught the people from the boat. So he went in, sat in that boat, pushed off a little bit, and you can just imagine this crowd on the shore and how wonderful that would have been. So Simon's boat became the platform for Jesus to preach in the crowd, or preach to the crowds, and how wonderful and what a privilege. I met a bishop from Sudan one time, and in fact I was in an Anglican church in Usa River, and it was just a plank building, just very plain, and the planks were, kind of crooked the way they were cut, and so there were big gaps in there, so you could actually be outside and look through and see everything that was going on, but nevertheless it was enough to enclose us. And so when he stood, in this, you just again imagine rough planks, rough wood all the way around, and just a table with a cloth on it, and not a nice building, no electric light. And so the bishop stands and he greets the church, and he said, "It's so wonderful to be here in this cathedral this morning." Well, everybody laughed, and what? Oh my goodness, what a joke. And first off, I was thinking, my goodness, is he shaming them because they have this? But he wasn't. He said, "It's so nice to be in a building." He said, "Let me tell you about where we worship in Sudan." He said, "We don't have these buildings. Many places, we do have some buildings, but many places we don't have a building. But," he said, "under the acacia tree, we gather. And where we can, we build just a small store, a small shed. And we put in the chairs, and then on Sunday they pull them out, and they put the chairs out, and the people sit in the shade of the acacia tree, and we worship God." And he said, "That's a wonderful cathedral in Sudan." And then the people in Usa River said, "Oh, we have such a good church." It's such a nice church because we don't have to just go under the tree. But here was a wonderful cathedral as Jesus was there in the boat, casual, relaxed, and teaching the people from the boat. Sometimes we think we can only hear the word of God in certain settings, but he comes and he meets us in the normal place. He will meet us on the beach.